Hey everybody, it's Susie Q96. I finally had to give up on trying to do the live stream from my iPhone for whatever reason. After about 2 minutes or less, it was shutting the audio portion of the program off. So I have now come and gotten onto my computer instead, and so far it seems to be working. There is one person in the stream. If you would please let me know if I have audio, I would greatly appreciate it. I am going to flip over onto YouTube instead of StreamYard for a second just to see if I have audio this time. I would greatly appreciate it. Well, it says I do. So, YouTube. Yay. Hopefully it will last longer than 2 minutes and I can get my little message out. Oh, thank you, Tom. Nice to see you this morning. Almost noon here where I'm at. It's probably just as well that I had to delete the other 2 attempts because I was extremely emotional, and now I've had a chance to calm down just a little bit. I'm still not real calm because, frankly, I'm angry. I don't need to be angry. But I've got some wonderful people on my channel who have been very supportive of me during my illness. And then I've got people that I'm not sure what names they're logging in under or how because their original channels are blocked. And what they have been doing ever since I first got sick is telling people that I'm not sick and that, well, yeah, I'm on my regular computer now, Mikey, not my phone. Anyway, I got a couple people that aren't very nice, and they've been blocked on this channel under different names, and they just keep making new accounts so that they can accuse me of pretending to be sick to extort money from people or to get sympathy viewers. And first of all, if I was getting sympathy viewers for as sick as I am, I'd be monetized by now. I'm losing people. I'm not gaining anybody by being sick and not being on, able to keep a regular schedule. And as for getting money from people, since April, when I started getting really sick, there was one fundraiser that was done for me, and I believe I got $1,300 from that, and that was when we were trying to get me the motor home. And then there was some money that was given to me before that didn't have anything to do with the fundraiser or anything else. That was just Muscle Shell coming in on the anniversary of my channel and giving me some money to upgrade my metal detecting equipment and to go see my brother. Well, because of my illness, I was not able to get the motorhome 3 days before I was supposed to. I had a pulmonary embolism and spent 15 days in intensive care. But no, I wasn't really sick. I just wanted to lay up there in intensive care for the hell of it. Are you freaking kidding me, people? So that money is still in an account, other than what Muscle Shell gave me for the equipment, which I did get the equipment with. with, and I'm pretty sure I did a video and showed that equipment. But any other donations that came through PayPal or whatever also went in that account. There's a little over $3,000 sitting there for when I am well enough uh, to actually complete the move to Michigan. I can't touch that money unless the other person whose name is on the account also signs off on it. I have not spent it except for $89 that I spent on a storage unit that I am sorting as I can the items that will be going to Michigan with me, and I am getting rid of things that are not going. So the reason for that is that I had a more expensive storage unit that I was able to get rid of. This one is $65 a month, and then I had to make a little deposit. Uh, where the other one was $90 a month for a smaller unit. So that is a Michigan related expense. That is where the truck will be loaded from. Other than that, I have not spent that money. I'm tired of these people accusing me of having done so. I am tired of them accusing me of not really being sick. And the reason I have the picture up here that I have right now, that photograph was taken. Hey Cynthia, how are you, honey? This photo that's up here right now was taken at the beginning of March of 2020. I had gone down to Florida for my birthday to visit my brother and do some metal detecting with a number of people. And my brother happens to live right around the corner from where they were just opening the Kellyco showroom in Castleberry, Florida. So this was actually taken by Mark at Kellyco. And the reason I'm showing you this is the week that they announced um, COVID was spreading all over, and they were trying to get the kids not to go to Florida for spring break. Well, about 3, 4 days after this photo was taken, I hauled butt out of Florida and went back to Georgia. And the reason hi Sandy, how are you? The reason I'm using this photo is this is what I looked like in March, the beginning of March of 2020. Now, I already was having some health issues, but nothing comparing to what hit me later on. And so, anyway, I was pretty healthy there. And I have these people say, oh, you're faking it, blah blah blah. I am so freaking sick of these people. They have no idea when, well, maybe they do, and they're just that full of hate. When they start picking at someone who is sick, that puts a lot of stress on the person that is sick, and it makes them even more sick. Sorry, I'm about to lose it again. I'm glad the other things got wiped out because anyway, I have not been um on camera since I did the Epiphany show on January 6th. I don't think I've done any shows after that I was actually on camera. I've done some shows, but I don't think I actually went on camera. But for the sake of the whining, nasty, obnoxious people, I want you to take a look again at this picture. Because now I'm going to put me up the way I look now. And I want you to decide, would I go from looking like that picture at age 67 to this, the real me, at age 68? I'm going to be 69 in a couple of weeks. Well, about 5 weeks in March. Anyway, uh, here we go. I'm going to put me on camera, unadulterated, no wig, no teeth, no makeup, no nothing. Now, you tell me, would anybody want to go from looking like that I do in that metal detecting picture to this? Would I choose this? Hell no, I wouldn't choose to be this sick. Nobody would. So I don't understand why these people won't leave me alone. I am not pretending to be sick. Do you think I like that all my hair fell out? That I can't have teeth in my mouth because they cut the insides of my mouth? Uh, Here, how about this? I got a chunk out of my arm the size of a baseball. Oh, yeah, I want that. You know, these people need to stop. They just really need to stop. And I don't just mean bullying me, they need to stop bullying everybody. We should not be tolerating this. I've had some of these same people were going around for a while telling people I was dead. Uh, no, I'm not. And I have feelings, and so do other people. Now, I have done 2 or 3 videos now about people bullying other people and ask them to stop. And I mean, this is going to sound bad, I guess, but I'm out here sticking up for other people, and pretty much I'm not seeing a whole lot of people sticking up for me. And that kind of hurts my feelings too, because there is no truth at all. Yeah, exactly, Warner. Oh, and good morning, Warner. Good morning, Mississippi Mary. I think I saw Florida Thunder digging with Rob. Uh, Mike, that's just not how I do things. I I have only, to my knowledge, called one person out by name. And that person, ironically, was somebody I detected with while I was on that trip where this picture that's on my screen right now was taken. Um, I'm just not gonna do that, because once you do that, and if they know where you live, you are then putting yourself in, because some of these people have no point at which they will draw a line. Well, Mary, it's hard not to listen to them when it goes on almost every day. You open your mailbox, uh, there's emails in there, so you block them and they create another account. They go on my Facebook under different names. They go, they just won't stop. And one of the things it has done is people believe them. because a couple of them have been in this community, mostly coin collecting community. I am gonna put that out there. They are mostly from the coin collecting community. I really don't see it as much in the detecting. I've only had one person ever email me that I can think of that was from the detecting community in regards to what happened to the money that was raised for me, and the money is still there. I haven't spent that money. Believe me, I'm supposed to get the first of 2 eye surgeries done on February the 15th. The second one happens March 8th or 9th. And I am hoping to be out of this state and back over into Michigan where I can get better health care. And yes, I know all about COVID in Michigan, but believe it or not, it's worse where I am in Virginia, where only 52% of our people ever got the first vaccine. I live in an area where they just don't believe in it. And there's nowhere to go if you got it. Our hospital's been full for, it's only got like maybe 40 rooms. Our hospital's been full for a year and a half. You can't really get in there. Um, Cynthia, one of the cool things about my surgery is um, Dawn the metal detective. If you are familiar with Dawn, um, she is actually from Roanoke, Virginia, although she lives in Texas now. And the same doctor that is doing my cataract surgery did hers. And she has nothing but good things to say about him. Everybody that I have talked to said this guy is phenomenal. So um, I'm much more comfortable about it because I really don't know a lot about the medical professionals around here. But I have talked to a number of people who had their surgery done by this guy, and they all say he's absolutely amazing. So I'm going into it with a really positive attitude that once I can see to drive, I can get out of here. But anyway, back to the online bullies. Um, I'm really tired of it in two different ways. Um, some people that are getting accused of being bullied, or not accused of being bullies, accused of being bullies is what I'm trying to say, are not really bullying. They just have a warped sense of humor. There's a difference between, like, I got accused of bullying Santa Claus during the 12 days of Christmas because I called him fat. But then there are people like the ones I have that they're not doing it in public anymore because they got called out and they got thrown off some channels. So now what they are doing is hitting my Twitter, hitting my Facebook, hitting my emails, email, for my other accounts. They're making accusations. Like right now, they are telling people that uh, I'm not sending out the prizes from the 12 Days of Christmas. Well, that's true to a degree. When we did the 12 Days of Christmas, I made it very clear in every broadcast and on a ticker that ran across the screen that I would not be even starting to mail them out until January the 15th. and that my normal mailing for my channel happened on or around the 15th and the 3rd. Well, I've been real sick. I've had the EMS out here. I really can't see, and I think that was part of the problem when I was trying to do this from the phone, was I think I was hitting the wrong buttons and turning the sound off because I can't see the phone. Hi, Mike Wolf. Hi, Reg. I I'm sorry if I'm missing people. Even on my computer, I have a hard time reading. Um, yeah, I know they're out there definitely in the prospecting community, because seems like every time I watch my friend Robert Ferguson and he is out doing prospecting rather than beach detecting, people start in on him and his friend Jordan and some of the other prospectors. And the other night I was in there watching them, and oh my gosh, I'm getting I'm getting a read. I don't know where y'all are coming from, but thank y'all so much. Hey, Tony Murphy. Somebody else I just saw, Torlaws, German coins and collectibles. Oh, cool. I actually do have a few German items because my mom's family was of German descent. I don't do a whole lot of foreign coins, but I do some German and some Mexican. And I usually, if I get other ones, I usually either give them away or trade them for German and Mexican. Oh, cool. That's where it's from. German coins and collectibles. Thank you so much. So, hey, Patty. So anyway, yeah, this bullying thing, it is so detrimental when someone is sick, to have people just constantly picking and picking at you, because you already have so many things to worry about. You have medical appointments to worry about. You have getting the right medicine taken at the right time. You have scheduling tests and appointments, and you don't need to be weeding through your email trying to find all your medical stuff and have some butthead and his sidekick Beavis sending you emails saying that you're pretending to be sick. Those of you who just came in, if you think I'm pretending to be sick, um, go back and look at the before. This is the before picture, and then go look at when I come in live for a few minutes so you can see how I look now. There's no way I could be faking that. Why would I want to? But I've been struggling to keep my channel going, and okay, Cynthia, thank you. Love you too, girl. Well, it's kind of hard not to read it when they put it out there on your Facebook page and everybody gets to read it. The ones in the email, I can skip over, but now they've started hitting my Facebook pages. One hit the Facebook page for the band that I work with. I have to read that stuff. And unfortunately, so do the people in the fan club, and so do, uh, you know, 1,000 people that I have, 1,100 people I have on my personal page, and people I have on my business pages, and people on my Twitter. And I don't watch those pages all the time because they don't usually have that much activity. Well, now, since I've been ignoring their emails, they've gone that direction. And I was able to get those pretty much all removed, but well, here's the thing. I block them and they come back with new accounts. There's nothing I can do as fast as I knock them off, and then I can't be on for a couple of days because I can't see. And then I'll get an instant message from one of my family members or somebody going, "Hey, did you see this blah, blah, blah over here?" And so then I got to go and report it and try to get it taken off. And half the time Facebook says, "Well, it doesn't violate our standards." Uh, Calling me a crook and a fraud doesn't violate your standards, then what exactly are your standards? Coming on and just saying horrible things. It's just I really can't, Warner, because I do business through Facebook. I cannot cancel the band's fan club page. I can't do that. I mean, I did kill a couple of pages, but in general, my jewelry business is about 80% of my sales come from Facebook. And I need that little bit of income. This channel's not monetized. I don't have any monetized YouTube at all. So the only money that I make is through my Facebook pages. So leaving Facebook, really not an option. I have gone in, I have blocked these accounts, and they just create new ones with new names. Uh, Thank you, Diggin. Ran so far away. What is happening is ever since I got sick last April, I've had a little gang of just nasty individuals who have been bullying me, saying I'm not really sick, saying I'm just trying to get money from people. I don't have an active GoFundMe. I don't have any kind of anything out there trying to raise money except the normal things that you would have on a YouTube channel, and I'm going to hit one of them just to show you what it is. This is the only thing that I have asking for money, and it's for the channel. It's not for me being sick. Um, I don't know where they're getting this insane idea from. Uh, Now, here's the other one that I want to show you because one of their other things is saying that I am not mailing out the prizes from the 12 Days of Christmas. Well, this is what was run on every single giveaway that I did. I don't know how much more clear that can be. I only mail giveaway prizes around the 3rd and the 15th of the month. Well, we finished up the giveaway on January 6th with the Epiphany giveaway. So that means I would have started on the 15th of this month, and the next group on the 3rd of February. So I don't know where they're getting that from either. It was very upfront how that was going to work and why. Werner, it's really, really hard to harden yourself when you are barely functional. There are days I cannot get out of bed. There are days I get up with every intention of doing my show, and then when it comes time to do the show, I I'm in bed asleep. I'm too sick to do it. So it's kind of hard to harden yourself when this has been going on, and I haven't really brought it out, but this has been going on virtually every single day since the middle of April. It's almost April again. So this has been going on for months and months and months. Every day, it's affecting my family members. I've had family members be bullied on Facebook where somebody saw something on one of my Facebook pages and then went through and figured out, oh, well, this one's related to her and this one's related to her. So they start going to their pages or sending them nasty messages on instant messenger. It's got to stop. And unless people, if you harden yourself against the bullying, you're never going to stop the bullying. You're tolerating the bullying. I don't want to be the person sitting back tolerating the bullying anymore. I want to be the person who's out there saying, hey, look, people, we got to stop this. If you see someone on anybody's channel, you have the option of, there's little dots next to people's names in the stream, and you can click on those little dots, and there are some options you are given. And I'm going to read you those options. The options are report. Now mine are a little different because I can add them as a moderator, but you can report a post if you are not a moderator and you don't have the ability to mute them or whatever. You still have the option of hitting that report button. And there are a number of options once you hit that. But hit that report button. Report that message. Block that person. Do whatever you have to do. But please report them. Because if enough people report that account, they will shut that account down. But if everybody just says, oh, well, let the moderator handle it, they'll never be gone. Now, you do still have the issue of them creating new accounts, and that's the other thing. If you have a page and you see somebody doing that, don't just report them, block them. Make them go to the trouble every day if they have to make a new account. Eventually, they'll get tired of it because they know you're on to them. And because I am so sick, there are days and days where I can't get on the computer, so I can't really monitor things the way I need to in order to stop these people. I do have a friend who is an attorney, and he is preparing some paperwork to send to several of these different platforms. The problem is you and we can't always get a hold of the addresses and the things that we need. But there is one particular individual, well, actually two, that he is working on getting a subpoena for the account things. So I don't, what's useful? You know, they're attacking my business. Am I just supposed to not post my jewelry anymore? Am I not supposed to uh, do metal detecting anymore when I'm a Kelly Co affiliate? You know, where do I draw the line as to what is useful public content? You know, if I try to put some, it doesn't matter what I put out there, Warner. I mean, I got harassing email about M3 and his organic catnip banana. You know, I just don't. There, where does it stop? And the only place I can think to make it stop is to ask the people that are on my channel to report individuals, report posts that they consider to be bullying. If the same account gets enough reports, maybe they'll shut them down. I don't know. But I was watching a lady earlier today that I watch periodically. She lives in Canada, and I mean, she is definitely monetized. She has a number of uh, people that work for her. And in Canada, they are, at least the part that she's in, I think she's in Toronto. And I'm going to see if I can find how many viewers she has. Cause yeah, she has uh, let me see, 805,000 subscribers. Her name is Charlotte Dobre, Dobre, and she posted a video this morning called "I'm Not Okay." And what that video is about is the toll that the pressure from YouTube is putting on her, because she's been in basically lockdown for months and months and months down. And it she goes into some detail there about what happens when you decide you aren't going to do a live stream that day, or your your view times drop and they take people away. And I did not do well on Etsy. I don't know why, but there are so many more people on Etsy doing jewelry, and it was expensive, and there were a number of reasons why Etsy did not work for me. Hey, Bionic Bull. Hey, Package Total. Um, yeah, I have an Etsy shop. I really don't do very well on there. I don't know why, but I do way better on Facebook. And I don't mean through Facebook Marketplace. That's a whole different part of Facebook selling. But I have tried a bunch. Hey, Muscle Shell, how you doing today, sweetheart? So, and like I said, Warner, I don't have that option of pulling down the fan club for the band. Uh, Actually, that's not true, Warner. That's where most of my view time comes from, or the live streams. I get way more view time hours doing live stream than I do videos. And right now, because of the situation with my eyes, it is extremely difficult for me to edit a video. I can get on here and click on the button and start a live stream rolling, and that is just, it's way easier. Right now, I cannot. I have tried all week to put together just some little shorts from leftover videos of metal detecting that never got used, and I can't. And they don't steal time, they actually give you view time. So I'm gonna have to beg to differ with you on that one. I can do video editing. In fact, I watched one the other night, one of my old ones, that William Noel had picked it out as one to go watch and comment on. And I went back and watched it. You know, that wasn't a bad little video considering that I did it on my iPhone because my GoPro was broken that day. And I was like, yeah, I did a pretty good job editing that, you know? So, and the fact that I was a broadcast journalism major, of course, that was before we had all the technology we have now. That was back in the 70s. But I'm not a bad editor, but I can't physically do it right now. I can't sit at the computer long enough to do it, and I can't focus my eyes to do it. The only way I have to stay viable at all is to click on the thing and just live stream for a while and see how many of you pop in. And you know, a lot of times people just pop in to say hi. They don't have the time to watch a whole video, but they will pop into the live stream and make a comment. And like right now I've got 12 people watching, and how many likes do I have? 15 likes. If I had sat here in the same amount of time and tried to put a video together, I'd still be on the getting the intro up. I'm just not able to do that right now. And the alternative is just to let them just keep taking things away from my channel. And that's what the young lady Charlotte Dobre in the I'm Not Okay video is talking about. She decided for a couple days she didn't want to put a video up, even though she felt horrible and didn't want to do it. And when she did not do it, YouTube immediately jumped in. And of course, when you're monetized like she is, they took a big chunk of her money and a bunch of her view times. Yeah, if you would, Reg, you have my permission to post that link here as well, because you did mention that group earlier. And yeah, Mikey, it's not that hard, but some of the software that they give you to do your videos with can make it a lot harder than it is. Now, I use one that I paid for, but well, actually, the band paid for it because I was doing some videos for their merch. And I get to use it for my stuff as well because they put the license for it in my name. And it is, oh, I wish I could read. My eyes are so bad. Wondershare Filmora, Filmora, and it's pretty easy to use once you. The main thing, you just got to read everything through first, but most of it's drag and drop. It gets a little more complicated when you try to do voiceovers and stuff, but I didn't have too much trouble learning how to make that one work. And I've done some decent videos. I actually like doing them. Well, thanks, Warner. Considering that I have probably 100 other people with content very similar to mine, and they're all monetized. I'm a little confused by that comment. Florida Thunder Digging with Rob, his content is very much like mine. He's monetized. Gina R, her coin and currency stuff, very similar to mine. Anybody else in here? Bionic Bull, are you monetized? Muscle Shell, are you monetized? I don't think it's, gee, it's nice to know my content sucks. That's not why. I would have already been monetized if I hadn't gotten sick and they took a bunch of my stuff away. As soon as you stop posting, they will come in and strip inactive users and they will strip view time because their analytics base that stuff on an average. You know, thanks, Furry. That I felt blindsided by that comment. Well, right now, yeah, he digs a lot and I can't. But that doesn't mean that I'm never going to be able to. And that's what you said. I'm never going to get monetized because of my content. After February 15th, I have a 3-day recovery time, according to the doctor and according to people that have had surgery by him. And then guess who's going to be out there digging again? Me. Me. It's not a big deal. That's not the point, Warner. And it really is not the point. Morning metal detecting with Pete. Yeah, I know. Muscle shell. That's why I asked you specifically. But I'm not really super duper trying to be monetized. I'm not trying to be Charlotte Dobre with her 208K or whoever that makeup dude is with the 20 million people. I'm not trying to be any of those people. What I am saying though is that the way the algorithm is set up, all I'm trying to do thank you for plants and coins, that's me. All I would like is for the channel to make enough money to pay the $25 a month that I pay for StreamYard, or to pay for the little things that I give away. Werner being in Germany, I don't think always has a grasp on what living on Social Security. How the hell can I have fun with it when I have people going and harassing my family? I've been trying to have fun with it. Lord knows we had a ball during the 12 days of Christmas, just as I intended. Ran so far away, I'm in that same boat with furry plants and coins. Our boat is sinking. Thank you, Muscle Shell. Thank you. I didn't even come in here to argue about monetization versus non-monetization. But the fact of the matter is, no, I can't make money with live streams. Tell me how I'm going to make money with live streams. You can't do the stickers or super chats or any of that unless you're monetized. So I don't know how I'm supposed to be making money through this. Oh, by selling my coin collection? Yeah. And when I did that, I had to deal with bullies. I had to deal with somebody that wanted to know why his coin didn't get there in 2 days. I did make some money for a charity. That wasn't my money. Yeah, this thing that just posted by the Nightbot. Yeah, go over there and see how many Patreon sponsors I have. Oh, I'm rolling in them. I think I have 3 after almost 2 years. Well, after 2 years. Yeah, all I'm trying to do is keep my channel from losing members. What worked? It didn't really work. Half of the items I put up, I couldn't sell. And you know why I couldn't sell them? Because I had bullies over posting to other channel people that I was selling fake coins or telling people that I didn't really need the money, so don't buy them. They would sell them something similar for $5 cheaper. You have no idea what you're talking about, Warner, and you're starting to piss me off. Why are you in here bullying me in a thing about stop bullying me? Quit it. It did not work. You have no flipping clue. Ran so far away. I do not put their names out there anymore because they have started sending things to family members. At least one of them knows exactly where I live. And only in the 2-year history of my channel have I called out 3 people. And I'm just not comfortable doing that because if one of them wanted to send somebody to my door, I open the door, I can't, no, I'm not going to put their names out there. I did put a couple of their names out there early on, and I did one video calling a guy in Florida out for something unrelated to this, but it was a bullying issue. But I'm an old lady. I'm not going to put these people's names out there and have somebody show up at my door or walk up behind me when I'm detecting and put my life at further risk. And that's still would not stop all the other bullies that are bullying other people. What we have to do is when we see it happening on YouTube or whatever platform you see it on, report that person. Even if the platform has a reputation of doing nothing, keep reporting them. Eventually, they get enough reports on somebody, they will stop them. Granted, they go and just start up a new account. I've got one guy that I know is the same guy because he spells the same word wrong all the time. And I have 9 accounts by him blocked. But he gives himself away because he has poor grammar, spelling, and punctuation. And there's this one word that he just can't spell it right, and it's a dead giveaway. He likes to use that word, and when he does, he spells it incorrectly, and then I know it's him, and he's out of there. And but I came in here to talk about bullying. Yeah, stupid spell check. But the part about the monetization was not even about me. I was talking about Charlotte Dobre and what she was talking about how it affected a huge channel. Yeah, but I don't think I have it anymore, Mikey. I would have to go back and look. But I think that got given away. So I would have to look. I'm not in a position right now to check on that for you. After I get all the packages done, uh, I will know for sure, but I'm pretty sure I gave that to somebody. Yeah, I think I actually gave that away during the 12 days of Christmas. Like I said, after I get everything from that, and that's another thing, you know, why do we tolerate people um yeah, see in my case, Bionic, I block them and then they just create a new account and I don't have any way of knowing it's them. So they come back in under something else and they'll sit there and they'll be real nice for a couple weeks and then all of a sudden they I start getting the bullying private messages and the bullying email and uh well, I have been bullied horribly on Facebook. I have a number of different pages. Most of them have absolutely nothing to do with coin collecting or metal detecting. I have my personal page. I have a page for a band that I work for. I have a page for a radio show that a celebrity and I used to do. I have one for my jewelry business. I have one for my family genealogy, which that one I'm taking down. Um, uh, but why someone would go on and tell people that I am faking my illness, when all you got to do is, like I said, go back to the beginning of this. Well, I'll do this again since there's a different set of people in here. The photograph that I'm using right now on my screen was taken in March of 2020 at the Kellyco detector showroom in Castleberry, Florida, right around the corner from my brother's house. That was the weekend that uh, spring break started and they came on TV and told everybody, don't congregate. This disease called COVID is out there and it's spreading like wildfire. So about 3 days after this was when that happened, and I took off and went home. Now that's what I looked like then. I never have tested positive for COVID. This is all my illness stuff is unrelated to COVID. But I'm gonna put myself on camera now, and I'm gonna warn you, it's scary. I have to take blood thinners every day, which means that most of the time I do not have teeth in my mouth because the teeth cut into my gums and cause me to bleed. I have been loaded up with steroids, pain meds, antibiotics, and this is what I look like in January of 2022. Now, how would I not be sick and just choose to go from this photo in the middle of the screen to this? Oops, sorry, my camera has fallen. But why would I choose to have all my hair fall out, to have my eyes? This one I am able to see from. This one I have what is called a fast-growing traumatic cataract and thyroid eye disease. I can hardly keep this eye open and I can't really see anything out of it. I got no teeth. I got pretty much no hair. I got a beautiful wig that, I have put it on and tried to maintain an image on my channel. I had a chunk of skin just rip off my arm, the size of a baseball. But no, I'm not sick. I'm just doing this for fun. I want to look like this. Right. Give me a flippin' break. It's you want your ego to take a shot. Get up and look in the mirror every morning and see that. You know? Yeah, Mike the Greek, good example. I've had people twice say that I faked a pulmonary embolism that landed me in the emergency room for 15 days or for 26 hours. And then I was air flighted out to a town over 100 miles away where I sat in intensive care and CCU, which is, I believe, called chronic care, critical care. 15 days. But really? But I'm faking being sick to get money. I don't ask people for donations for my health. The only donations I asked for are for this channel, with the exception of when we had the fundraiser for the feline funny farm. But I have people all the time that say she's not really sick. I was so sick that the hospital in Roanoke, Virginia actually broke out their backup air flight helicopter to come get me. I'm not sick. Why are we tolerating people in our community posting things like this on other channels? One of the ones that really hit my heart was not too long ago when Youper Girl passed away, because she, as sick as she was, someone was attacking me in another channel and she jumped them. and told him, you need to watch when you're saying stuff like that because you don't know whether you're telling the truth or not. And, and then some of them started attacking her. Well, we lost her a couple of weeks ago. And I I don't know how she had the strength to put up with it because she was getting it too. Not to the extent I am, but yeah, they both passed away, Mikey, within a couple of days of each other. Yeah, I knew about Lincoln Central Coins, but I didn't really know that individual well. But Youper Girl, me and my Michigan people. Uh, Sorry, I'm gonna get off of here in a minute. Yeah, like here, the Nightbot put up what I put up about asking for funding for the channel, and that's mostly because I have a couple of expenses related to it. One is postage, and the other is uh, I have a PO box that I have to pay for, and I do have the paid version of StreamYard because they don't give enough live hours to do as many live streams as I was doing for the 12 Days of Christmas. For a while, I did not have the paid version, but then I had to get it back to do the Christmas thing. And so, you know, I don't spend a ton of money on the channel. I'm just not able to. But even when you're not spending hardly anything, you're still spending something. Like I have to buy uh, stupid little things like envelopes to send stuff in and stamps and I mean, doesn't sound like much, but when you're on Social Security, it's much. It does cost. It just does. I was trying to look to see how many Patreon people I have, and like I said, I think it's 3. Uh, Hang on, let me get over there. Now they gotta send me a code because I haven't been in there for a long time, but I know exactly how much money I get from Patreon after they take their little fees and everything out. I get like $25 a month. So I'm not getting rich from Patreon. Yeah, it's not a big thing. And 2 of those people have been sponsors of my channel since day one. One of them is my good friend that lives in Texas, and one of them is one of the regulars in here. But anyway, it's not a lot of money, but really why I wanted to do this is just to put the word out there that it has been going on pretty much every day since last April. I don't talk about it all the time, but when they started sending messages to family members through Facebook and Twitter and things like that, um, then I just said, that's it. I have to come out here and tell people, don't be tolerating this. If you see these kind of messages, whether they're aimed at you or somebody else, please take a minute, hit those little dots next to the person's name who sent the message, and report that message. Like I said, YouTube probably won't do anything about it, but if enough people keep hitting those messages, then maybe they will. And the other thing, I do feel a little bad because I have done videos before asking people to stop bullying different folks. I did one not too long ago when there was a bullying incident going on with Handy Andy 736, and called out, not by name, but called out the bullies and said, look, y'all need to stop this. And if y'all see it, you need to report it. I don't know if anybody does that for me or not. I don't think they do. But it needs to stop, and we, especially content creators, whether you're a little guy like me, big guy like Charlotte Dobre, it doesn't matter. You need to not be tolerating it. You need to be reporting these people. And like I said, they'll probably just go back and make a new account. But yeah, unfortunately, Mikey, I don't think my state much cares, because in the state I live in, they actually use it to try to sway voting. And yeah. Daryl, thank you. I'm going to go now. I just wanted to put this out there that I am no longer going to just sit back and take this. So if my bullies come back and watch this later, guess what, Bubba? Game freaking on. People know the truth. And the truth is, the sick MFers are you. I have a physical illness, and they're slowly working on fixing all of those up. Yeah, actually, Michigan does have some laws about cyberbullying. We actually had to use them once in regards to one of our band members being harassed by a lady that insisted that he was the father of her child. But there was a slight problem with that, and the problem was that when her child was conceived and when her child was born, this particular band member was in the U.S. Army stationed in Germany. So, no, sorry, honey. Get your facts straight. But she was stalking one of his children online, and me and a couple other band members, and yeah, we were able to get some intervention through the state of Michigan, and she quit pretty quick because she lived in Ohio and was actually sending all this stuff across state lines, and then she came across state lines. Yeah, see, that's the problem. They change accounts, they send friends and family nasty messages. And I was doing a pretty good job of ignoring it until they started going through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I can't monitor. Oh, and going through the band's websites. One family member who is a minor got a very nasty message, and that's the one we're pursuing through the lawyers. You don't send that kind of stuff to a 12-year-old. You just don't. So he may not be 12. He may be a little older than 12, but you get my drift. He was not. Well, thank you, Mike. I will send you a couple of them because they've already been called out in public and not just by me. Um, they were called out on a couple other channels and immediately deleted on there as well. Um, I have not seen one of their names online in a while, so I'm pretty sure that individual is using a different account. The other one is still using the original account and several others. Yeah, that's a good idea, Mikey, because I'll forget. I don't get on the computer every day. I just can't until I get my eye done. And I have probably totally pissed off Werner, and I'm sorry I lost my cool with him, but how we got over to me being, whether I got monetized or not, that really wasn't the point of this video. And I really wasn't talking about me and monetization as much as I was talking about Charlotte Dobre, who makes her living as a YouTube content creator. And I just suggested that if you wanted to see what YouTube does when your account gets damaged, and see, that's what's happened to me, this constant bullying and putting doubts in people's mind about whether they're going to get the prize that they won, or whether or not I'm just here for the money, which I am not. If I were, I'd have quit a long time ago. But that's not what this was about. This was about how many different ways bullying can affect a channel. In my case, I had people that thought I was dead, and they obviously were not looking for any content from me because they thought I died in June of last year. Uh, Saying things about whether or not someone is on the up and up, and 2 hours before that person is having an auction and sale on their channel, putting doubt in people's minds as to whether or not the coins are what they say what the person is saying they are. There's a bazillion different ways that all of this negative bullying can affect a channel. And I was just trying to point out, it did cost me money on my auction. It cost me money on a fundraiser. It caused me a lot of personal grief to myself and family members. Stress is the last thing I need right now. But in other people's cases, it has, Handy Andy 73.6 broke down in tears one night from being accused of, in his case, the bullies were accusing him of rigging the contests. I have also been accused of that. And so I was just pointing out, in the case of Charlotte Dobre, in her video, she took a big segment of it to talk about the financial hit that she took and the fact that she has a number of employees. When you've got triple digit thousands of viewers, um, and so I was just pointing out, go over here and watch her video and see how this kind of stuff and how YouTube itself has affected her, where she was afraid that if she didn't get up, no matter how sick she was, and do a show, she might not have enough money to pay her editor or her other people that do her research and stuff for her. Mikey, if you would email that or post it, either one, that would be good. I'm gonna go. I need to eat something and take my meds and rest my eyeball. If I have calmed down and I feel a little bit better, I'm going to try to do my metal detecting show tonight, because last week when I did it, I forgot that I had leftover metal detecting prizes from the 12 Days of Christmas and Epiphany that we never gave away, and I was going to give one of those out, and I forgot to do it Wednesday night. So 6 o'clock Eastern, I'm going to try to come on back on and be in a little better mood. Being in here and explaining what's been going on, I feel better. Some people made some good suggestions and some not so good suggestions. Backing down is not going to be one of them. I'm just not going to allow these people, and I said this last year when it started, I'm not going to allow them to make me out to be something that I'm not. And I openly admit to being really slow sending things out. I tell people in advance, if you're the kind of person that wins something and you think you got to have it in 3 days, you probably don't want to win on my channel, because I only send mail out twice a month. Right now, we are snowed in pretty much. Yesterday was the first day that my housekeeper was able to get here in her car in over a week. She's been having to get somebody to drive her in a great big four-wheeler because she couldn't get hers out, or couldn't get her car out of her driveway until they finally went and were able to find some salt. You can't get salt, you can't get anything. The snow plows just shoved all the snow up in front of people's driveways and left it. We've got some parts of town that haven't had mail service in a week because so many of our small town postal workers are in the hospital with COVID. And I hate to say it, but you know what? When 48% of your town chooses not to get a shot, that sounds good, Mikey. Anyway, when 48% of your town chooses not to get vaccinated, you're going to end up with, like, people are now griping and the Taco Bell's closed, or this place is closed, or that place is closed. So that's because we got nobody to work. Our hospital is so jammed up. When the EMS came the other day, my blood pressure was 63/30. Y'all know pretty much normal is 120/80. Well, I wasn't anywhere close. I could barely stand up. So, but they could not take me to the hospital because there was nowhere to put me. And I asked them if they could take me to this other hospital, and they said no, because it's outside of our area, but that hospital is full as well. The only thing they could tell me to do was stay home, take my meds, try to get a hold of my primary care, who happened to be on vacation, and look for a ride to Roanoke, which is 123 miles from my house. So, yeah, it's bad here, but one of the things hardest hit is our mail service. So, hopefully we can get some of these packages that are already done out of here tomorrow. I think I have 11 or 12 of them done so far. We'll just see how it goes. And I'm going to try to come back at 6 p.m. Eastern. So thank y'all for listening to me, but I just had to get this off my chest. I want them. Absolutely. Post the link. If anybody else is on, post their link. Uh, I'm going to go have some lunch, rest my eye, and I'll try and come back at 7. Like I said, thank you guys for letting me vent. When I found out they sent something nasty to a minor child, that's just too much. We have to stop this bullying across all our channels. So, y'all, please, if you see it happening, report that person. All you got to do is click on the 3 little dots, and there's going to be a thing there that says report, and just follow the prompts all the way through. And I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye, everybody.